Hello and welcome to my world and a casual review. This week I'm giving my thoughts and opinions regarding DuckTales Remastered. If you are of a certain age, I'm going to be generous and say if you're 35 and older, and I'm being generous on that here on the younger age here, you would or should remember the Disney Afternoon, which aired or which are a big part of numerous syndication packages from like the late 80s all the way up through I want to say 1998, 1999, 2000 ish, somewhere around there. And there was a wide variety of cartoons based around Disney properties or adaptations of Disney properties. And one of the first shows, not the first show, but one of the first shows was DuckTales, which, certainly gave a lot of lore and established a lot of things that became tropes regarding Huey, Dewey, and Louie, Scrooge McDuck, the relationship between the boys, Scrooge and Donald. A lot of that was really established for again people of my generation in that cartoon. And that series went off the air like what 1990 91. It's like it did get a big feature length film, but it's for a long time it was in reruns. It was part of like Toon Disney, and for a large stretch of time, DuckTales was just that the show many people were nostalgic for. Now it did have a couple video games done by Capcom back in the late '80s, early '90s, but it's the first game that is the most iconic, and is the game that eventually got remade back in like 2012, 2013. And one of the things that I'm not sure who sprung for it, if it was Capcom or Disney insistence, or whoever was working on the game says like, hey, we could really capture the spirit of the show, and maybe get all as many as the original cast members of to reprise their roles, give an actual story, and actually make it feel like an actual episode. And that is the strength of DuckTales Remastered, because everybody sounds exactly as they should. Scrooge McDuck, Huey, Dewey, and Louie, Launchpad, Webby, Mrs. Beakley, Duckworth, the Beagle Boys, Magic of the Spell, Gizmo Duck, Fenton, and Gyro. I think that's just about all. I think I covered everyone there. It's like everyone sounds exactly as they should if you were familiar with the cartoon from back in the late 80s, early 90s. So again, playing this game, you definitely hit that nostalgia trip almost instantly. Particularly when you see the Beagle Boys breaking into the money bin, and Scrooge getting Duckworth and driving from McDuck Manor all the way up to the money bin, and all the shenanigans that henceforth. Oh, I also forgot Flintart Glomgold is the character I actually forgot, and they sound exactly as they should as well. Now this being a remastered and a remake of a game from the period of time when Capcom was really making difficult and it's like frustrating style platformers. If you've played if you've ever played the early Mega Man games on the NES, or like again the original DuckTales, Chippendale Rescue Rangers, you're kind of familiar with the difficulty and how punishing it can be, particularly if you don't have a knack for platform game mechanics. I certainly do not. It's like those were types of games that I never really drawn to. But another big strength of the DuckTales Remastered is you do have like difficulty settings. Now, if you play the game on normal, hard, or extremely hard difficulties, you get like limited lives, limited heart containers, things of that sort to deal with there. As I needed to adjust something there. So there is like a limited, and you have to quote unquote really get good. Now, Now, I myself, I said, admittedly, I am not good at these types of games, but this game does have an easy difficulty where you are not limited on the number of lives you had. You can get through the game and take your time, work through it, and the game is slightly less punishing in regards to like every hit you take only takes off half a heart instead of a whole heart. And you get unlimited continue, so unlimited lives. So which is like again playing it on easy is like makes it a nice, simple ish experience, perfect for aging gamers like myself or younger gamers. So again, that's a big strength of the game. Now, if you're looking at the footage here of gameplay, you see like a little thing down there, which is because off of my because I'm capturing this footage off of my own Twitch feed, of my Twitch VODs, and it says audio for portions of this have been muted as it appears to contains copyrighted content owned or controlled by a third party. This is one of the biggest issues with DuckTales and almost any, and specifically Disney games where they are using music. A lot of the music and the remixes and stuff like that, it's like Disney, Capcom, or even the original freaking the composer who worked on it are pretty damn anal about it, and understandably so. I mean, the music in this game there's not a bad track in it. But that is a particular frustration with it if you're looking to stream it or do a let's play of it. And I didn't see a way to turn off the music, but then again, turning off the music does strip away a good portion of what makes this game unique to play through. Because you want that, I definitely encourage you to play the game fully, and because the music adds so much to the gameplay, it makes you want to play. It's like it keeps you engaged. It keeps your energy up. Is what I'm trying to say here. Now I've never really played the original DuckTales, so I don't know exactly how that plays out on the NES. But this version of the game, it kind of has that Mega Man format where you kind of can choose which levels you want to do first. There are plenty of secrets. You can build up your heart container by finding various secrets. You can find Mrs. Beakley in certain levels, in certain portion of levels, and she'll toss out some a few treats for you to restore your health. If you're playing it on normal difficulty, she'll toss out. I believe she'll also toss out a 1-up. So you will be encouraged to explore. If you hit the pause, you do get a map to kind of give you an idea of where your objectives are. So everything kind of plays out rather smoothly, I believe. So again, you're not going to feel lost to any extent. You will be able to get through the game, and if you're really good at platformer style games, DuckTales Remastered will test your skills, and you will be rewarded with various achievements that someone like myself is not going to go for. Also, a little benefit there as well, because this game was released, on the Xbox 360. There were like little avatar costumes, and you will unlock a couple for beating any of the game's main levels and for finishing the game on any difficulty too. So you do get a little bit of rewards there. Another big thing is it does have a massive extras like conceptual art, music to unlock, things of that sort. The one big problem of that is that it will require multiple playthroughs because you will to be earning the in-game currency as indicated in the upper right of the video here. On average, you will probably pull through like a million or so on any given level. But to unlock everything in the extras menu, all the additional artwork and stuff, it's going to take multiple playthroughs and grinding through it again and again and again just to earn the overall currency to unlock everything. Because it's like how much could everything be? There are some pieces of artwork in the game that cost $500,000. So keep in mind here, at this point in that particular stage, I had 18,000 dollars. All right, so that would have bought like one piece of artwork. So it's like to view and admire. But it's again, it's a game where you would be grinding forward. It's like the repetition of it. Get good. Play the game on the harder difficulties. Get better at it. So you would be rewarded in that regard. But again, from the casual point of view, it's like it gives reason to replay it. Now would I replay it? Yeah, when I played it back in November 2023, that was my second time playing it, but my first time playing the Xbox 360 version. I played the Steam version several years ago. So again, this was just basically it is a fun game. It is great to revisit it. It is great to hear these characters as they sounded when I was a kid. Now there of course is going to be the big question here down the road. Would they remaster or remake this game again a third time and use the updated cast of characters? I don't think the rebooted version of DuckTales had any video games. If it did, I am certainly not aware of it. But of course, I'm well out of that age demographic, despite the variety of games that I've played. Anyway, uh, I'll wrap this up here saying if you're able to get it, because this being a Disney game, sometimes it gets listed and delisted. But if you're able to get it on the Xbox side, definitely do, because it is backwards compatible with Xbox One and Xbox Series consoles. Grab it on Steam. I'm not sure what its status is on the PlayStation side, and I'm certainly am not going to check because Sony can kiss my ass. But anyway, if you have memories or thoughts about this game, leave them in the comments section below. Like, subscribe if you're so inclined. If you want to toss a few bucks and help keep the lights on in this house of mine, I would appreciate it. You can do so via my Stream Elements link. So it's like, which of course indicates to my Twitch channel, but you know what? That will come directly to me outright. So tighten your friendship bracelet, stay safe, and we'll see y'all in the next video.